Hello everybody, welcome back to Inspo stream. Today we had a very excited day, but I think that's it for today. Maybe I hope, or I'm not sure if I should hope about that we are done. Maybe it wouldn't be that bad if we just keep dumping a little bit. We will see. Doesn't matter. So I hope you guys are doing well. As mentioned, it was a very exciting day. It happened what we expected, and we are not done yet. So yeah, I think that's maybe the good news. We have a lot of good news, but we also have a lot of worse news. So we will check all these news later on. I changed my agenda for today because of the situation in the market. I think it's much more interesting to see what's happening here, right? So, well, first of all, welcome back to all of you, and to all guys that are new in my stream. Welcome. Hopefully, it's not the last time. So to make everything clear, I'm not the big bear. I'm just market adapted. So at the moment, the whole market is it's looking very ugly. We did some dumps today when it started actually yesterday night. Or the whole day we had a big preparation, and then finally yesterday at, let me see, 8 p.m. UTC it seems, we started to dump. And that was actually a big dump. From 35.5 we reached then finally 33.5. So we did almost 3,000, 2,000 just in 4 hours. But that wasn't it. We did just a little break here, and then we keep dumping. As mentioned then, we just arrived here in this range that was based on Wyckoff. Actually, the weakness signal, and where it was supposed to be a little break before we continue dumping, and that's actually what happened. We started here another dump then, and we reached finally again 31k, and we started then afterwards a little correction and went up again. So you can see the candle looks really crappy. Let us see that here. And I mean that was actually very good for me because I have started my short contract right there. So as you mentioned, maybe yesterday night when I did this quick and dirty introduction to my future trading strategy to show you how to minimize the risk to get liquidated. And I started, as you remember, and I told you, the magic of this stuff is to start with a low budget and to exit with a big one. It's not a big one, not yet, but we did almost $1,000 just in, well, almost one day. It's not that bad. So from here on, we will make even more, or we will try to make even more. The trend is actually clear for me. It's a downtrend. We know that we will have more future liquidations next Friday. So the whole weekend could be very ugly, like the last one. It could start Thursday, but we need to check. So at the moment, Bitcoin is taking a breath, and that's fine. We are reducing the volume, the trading volume. We had here really a peak, almost 22,000, when we have an average between 4,000, 4,000, 5,000 is actually an average, and if we have dynamic tradings, we get 6 to 8,000, but not 22,000. So that shows a little bit what's happening here, right? So and you can see here we didn't have any buy pressure there. So they detected the situation and they started the dump right there. It was the best moment to start the dump. They just liquidated almost. I was taking a look, but unfortunately, and I don't know what's happening there, but Byte it's not showing the right bar. They are hiding some information. That's very interesting. I'm not sure if that's a coincidence. I mean, if we go here to the overview, it shows that we had in the last 24 hours almost $1.4 billion in liquidations. Usually, it should appear as soon as I press to the Bitcoin a bar here. And on Twitter, I just tweeted one picture. I can show you that here, where it's showing June 7th, almost $900 million long liquidations. Okay, just long liquidations. So I'm wondering now where this information is. Because if I take a look here, it's showing me today, June 8th, but it's 2 hours old, so it starts, it's always a cycle of 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. the next day. So 6 p.m., that means it's 2 hours old, and if I take a look to the day before, it doesn't appear. Oh, June 5th, the next day. What the hell is happening here? June 4th, 2nd, so the 3rd. Where's the 3rd? June 1st, May 31st. I don't know what's happening here. Why it doesn't appear? Well, doesn't matter. We have just liquidated something like $1 billion on long liquidations, as Inspo predicted. And that's not everything, because we have a lot of long futures still pending. So every time when I'm checking Twitter and I'm just reading some comments about no, we will bounce, we will go up. I mean, of course, just take a look what we did since yesterday. Of course, Bitcoin will try to go up again. The volume is decreasing. That's the perfect situation for the bullish guys to use the situation, and that's happening right now. But does that mean that's over now? I don't think so. And you shouldn't too. So, and that's why I still have my shorts open right now, making a minus of almost $570. So we started yesterday with $300, then I did almost here $1,300. Now we are reducing our unrealized P&L by $550. I don't care about that because I actually know that's going to go down again. So as I always say, just be patient, okay? Don't sell, don't close your contract then, because you will regret that. Have a plan, stick to it. So, yeah, what's going to happen next? Very clear, we have a plan. It's going to go even more down. Where's the new bottom? As mentioned yesterday in the last days, for me, the new bottom will be the high of 2017. If we take a look to the high of 2017, damn it, wasn't 2017? It was 2017. Yeah, it is 2017. 19,000. Okay? That's for me the strongest support, the last one. That's really the absolutely last one. So I know many guys are saying, and beyond. Okay, that's fine for me. It could be beyond, but where then? I mean, is that here at 17? And actually, why is this support stronger? I don't know. Um, I mean, of course, it could be 13 as well, but I really don't think so. Of course, it depends what and how much fear Twitter and Twitter influencers and the media will generate and spread. That's one part because we are getting a lot of external events. So external events are just some input coming from outside of the market. So news, bad news like the government is going to regulate the whole crypto market because crypto is an issue for the national security, for example. That could be one. But also good news like every little country in Latin America want tender Bitcoin to be an official, just an official coin or an official payment method. Or even the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, saying, well, crypto is a big problem and we have to change something. Many persons started to interpret something like crypto has to disappear. That's not what he's saying. That's why I'm saying we need. I don't care about Donald Trump. I don't care about any president. Okay, I just have really a view for the market, not for any persons, politician, politicians, or any party or whatever. I don't really care. That's a different matter. Okay, Inspo is a private person as well, and maybe there he cares about politicians and politics, but that's not the topic here. Just what they are saying and the impact that those guys are generating to the market is something that I am carrying and something that I will and talk to you here in my stream. So unfortunately, a lot of, I would say, good news are getting interpreted very on a bad way. And that's something people are claiming that that Donald Trump and Elon Musk and whatever is manipulating the market, but in my feeling, those guys, so all those guys, they are not reading between the lines, are manipulating the market because it's there where you press the button to sell. It's not Donald Trump making this or Elon Musk actually. I mean, I don't know if Elon Musk or Tesla is selling right now assets. It could be that Tesla is selling their bitcoins because that's really a huge big pressure happening here. But usually we need to care less about news. It doesn't matter if that's good news or bad news. Take a look to the market. Let's see. I mean, just the value of the assets should count. That's the fact, not what somebody else say. Of course, if Joe Biden, the current president of the United States, say something like Bitcoin or crypto market, the crypto industry is a national security issue because they are making some transactions and um, yeah, just making some hacks happen. I mean, I have some doubts about that, but that's my personal opinion. Of course, that has an impact to the market. That's usual, and it should have an impact to the market. So I think what's happening here is clearly that the people are struggling right now. It's the first time since really a long, long time now. I mean, the last was here when we had this huge candle, this huge dump where we reached the 30K, where we had an oversold situation. And tonight, or since yesterday actually, we created an oversold situation again. That's not good, because for me that's a sign that it's clearly that that's not enough for them or for whatever. I mean, that's not a group, okay? That's, as I say, Wyckoff schematic. It's something like a common language. Wyckoff just is the translator. Okay, he recognized something, he recognized a pattern, he recognized a common language between whales, between persons, professionals, institutional investors that are almost doing every time the same thing. Of course, also using some other tools. A little bit dirty sometimes, but that's the rule of the game. And we need to play this game. We need to know the rules, and we need to play the same game to make our gain at the end of the day. If you start to play against, you will lose. That's absolutely clear. That's happening in the stock market. And I mean, the stock market is regulated, and that will happen here in the crypto market much, much more. So we have to be very, very smart, and we have to check what's happening in the market. We have to read news, but we have to read between the lines. We should be really far away from any influences outside. And that means also any mooning guys or whatever. I mean, okay, or some chart showing always the same. We are dumping, but after the dump we will go up to 60K. Okay, why? Do you have some facts? I don't know. Do you have something? Can you show me something? Why? What is actually the foundation of your theory that it could bounce there and, nothing coming? That's senseless mooning something without anything behind. The situation right now is we are creating, and in my opinion, we are in a transition to the accumulation phase based on Wyckoff. That means we are going to dump even more, but, and that's actually the good news, we will have a lot of dips. If we take a look right now to the different prices and charts, XRP 85 cent, COTI 19.5 cent, so really cheap. Seller Network, Jesus, 3 cent, almost 3.5 cent, and Cardano 150, 152 right now, and that just in 24 hours. So that means to me, I mean, I think Ethereum is something like 2.5 or something. Let us check. And Ethereum is doing great. Actually, every altcoin is doing very well if you take account what's happening at Bitcoin right now. So when people ask me if I'm going to sell all my remaining bags, no, I'm not doing that. It doesn't make any sense. If I didn't sell my bags 3 or 4 weeks before we started all the dump phases, it wouldn't make sense to sell it now. For what? 10, 20%? Doesn't make sense. Really not. Not for me. So let us take a look. Here we go. $2,400. That's not bad. That's okay. I mean, we had an all-time high at 4,000 or something, but the best price was here for 1,700, and I think we will go back to this range. So I think that it's an awesome opportunity to get such an accumulation phase where we can accumulate, where we can buy dips. Because, guys, really, and I can show you, that's also part of the news coming, but nobody takes care about this news. Amazon just want to reinforce their stuff related to blockchain technology. Do you know Amazon is spending such money if they wouldn't care about about the crypto industry? No. What could happen is, of course, that's something that the CEO of, oh, let me see, what's the guy, Ichbar, just talked in a video that I tweeted yesterday here, Dr. Lehman Bird. And he said something that's absolutely true. He said, well, I mean, the crypto market, it's very new. And in the history, we had such situations and always happened the same. You will have a lot of different companies there. But then the market will crash once. And then just the strongest projects will survive. And that's something that I'm predicting since weeks, months, just really, guys, just buy the strong coins. So, for example, Andiko Belia is just asking me, "Sir, just want to know what do you think about Solana?" Great coin, great project. Litecoin, I mean Bitcoin, Ethereum, okay? Seller Network, all these coins that you know from me, even Mana, Decentraland, very strong. Game industry is going to make big and huge steps in the future. Everything with related to a economy transformation, and later on when we stabilize again in the market, it's not going to be that dynamic where I have to spend much more time taking much account on Bitcoin and detecting any data that could give me some signs what is our next stage, for example. I will bring much more stuff about the transformation of the economy. Okay, and I will bring more stuff about different projects where I think these projects are going to be very, very strong. Sorry guys, I didn't see that you sent me some comments on YouTube already. I don't know why it's not appearing here. Multi-stream chat. Okay, but I will take a look on that. Angelico Belia, thanks for always sharing. I appreciate that. You're welcome. Got shot from 37K. Wow. Okay, that's really nice. Good evening, Will. I just say Will. Sankat, short-term bear mode is looking good. Yeah, I think so too. Bro versus this channel. How far could it go up? Okay, now I missed the related information. Go up? What do you mean today? Bitcoin? Right now? Well, I mean, for me, Bitcoin is actually, and that's actually my max, okay? Let me see. Well, I'm missing something here. Where are my informations here? Oh, that's Ethereum. Jesus, Inspo. Yeah, here we go. So, as mentioned yesterday, with future trading, we had here our resistance, and we had here something like a support. Okay, that's what we created, and that's something what Wyckoff just had in mind when he started this run, showing that we will bounce here a little bit, we'll make a break, as we did, and go further to dump even more. So we started the dump, and of course it's going up again, but it will bounce here again. So that was our support, and now that's our resistance. So in my opinion, and that's why I don't care that Bitcoin right now is going up, before I know it's going to go down again. So right now, this resistance will be at 32.7k. Do you think we will go to 35k before dumping? 35? But why? Why should we go to 35? What is, I mean, why? Just I mean, that's the first question I will do before I think, or I could think, that 35k could be a possible destination if we go up again. If I take a look to 35k, I have here a really, for example, just a big resistance. That's not at 35, that's 33.5. We have another one here at 32.7. Why should somebody have that much money to pump Bitcoin to 35 but doesn't have enough money to maintain this level? We actually, even if we started to generate more shorts, we still have more longs. So, I mean, if they would start to liquidate some shorts, I don't think it's going to make enough pressure to go up to 35. Of course, that's my opinion, but that's what I think. So the first thing every time when I'm taking a look to the chart and I want to detect what's the possible risk, because right now I have a, a short future contract pending. It's active, and I mean, I wouldn't care if it's going to be liquidated about the $300 that I just invest there, even if it's 1,000 now. But of course, I'm taking a look and I say, it's possible. Well, of course it's possible. But then something is going wrong. But because my question would be, if it's going to 35, why it should dump afterwards? I mean, what would be the sense behind? First of all, it wouldn't be outside of the scope based to Wyckoff. So then we need to forget Wyckoff. And I don't see anything that could give me a sign that 35 could be a possible destination if we pump Bitcoin now. Yeah, so let me see. I have more messages here. So can we pump up to 35k? Yes, but I wouldn't expect it. Okay, so I would expect as maximum we could go back to this range between 33.5 and 32.7. That's the maximum. If it would go up even more than just for one candle or two to dump afterwards and to come back to this range. But even this range, it's, I mean, just based on Wyckoff, but it's not. But Wyckoff, and he is telling that in his book, it's not that accurate. You have to check the market and trading volume profile before you can say the next steps. And the next steps, it's saying me, we are not going to pump. I'm much more expecting a sideways run, maybe forming a downtrend, a little one. And as I know that we have Friday a liquidation day, some people will start, and many of them are longs, will start to close their contracts before the platform will liquidate their contracts because the contract just expired. So I wouldn't think that we can go up. We would create some new long pressure then, and I don't think that's going to work. Jorge, hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, espero que tú también. So yeah, that's about the 35K. Do you think we will go to 35? Okay, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think 35K is going to be a realistic pump up destination for the next days. Andico Pedia, I will short more with a fixed stop loss at 33.8 if market give any chance. Actually, I missed that. I had I had just some problems with Binance. Binance did an Binance app update, and I just introduced my limits. And I had some limits at 32,200 because I knew that with such dumps we have to go up again. Well, unfortunately I did this update, and after this update every limit order disappeared. And I really missed that, and well, then I started just to add more money. That was something like at 31.5 or 31.6 or something. It went down, it was nice, but then it went up again, and well, I missed that. I don't care. It's absolutely okay. I still observing what's going to happen because, as mentioned, I don't think we are going to pump up strong in the next days. I think what's happening right now, it's absolutely usual, and that's fine for me, but it will go up again. So I really don't care. Yeah. So let me see what you are commenting here. Sanket, welcome back, mate. I think he asked about 35K as community influencers are pushing to narrative that a bounce will reach there after 32K, just creating more longs from innocent retailers. Sad. It is sad. But, you know, that's something your neighbor is coming around and telling you, hey, do you know what? To the moon. Bitcoin will go up to 60K tomorrow. Would you care about? You shouldn't. Okay? Make your homework. That's what I'm trying to do here, is to give you all tools necessary to analyze the chart. I mean, it's, of course, you need some experience. That's something you can learn with time. It's, you know, it's obvious that nobody can give you that. But if you take a look to the chart, if you take a look of what happened in the last weeks, I'm trying to provide you some information about Wyckoff. I'm trying to provide you some information about candles, volume profiles, why such a candle looks like it looks here, or why such candles looks here, why was the pressure that big. Okay, I told you what happens for example, when you have such a long candle. So I'm trying to provide you all information to prevent that you guys still let you influence by people that the only goal that they have is to keep safe their own wallet. I mean, I like a lot of different traders out there. Okay, I mean, many of them are really an inspiration. It doesn't matter if they are right or wrong, but they have skills. They are seriously trying to check out what's happening in the market. They are not mooners. They are not guys just like Carl saying one day before, I'm all in Bitcoin long, Bitcoin to the moon, 100K. That was 2 days ago. And today saying, I'm making big game with my shorts. So what the I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That's for me senseless. I mean, that's not somebody where I can seriously say he is doing everything right and I will follow his recommendations or his opinion. Actually, that's an opinion. I don't think that that's his financial advice. I hope for him it's not. But so I know it's sad, but I feel sad that much people still think just because somebody has 200,000 followers, he's right. Always make your questions. So that's why I say, guys, if something is unclear, if you feel uncomfortable with something I'm saying, send me your question. Okay? It's not necessary to send me a DM or just a private message. Make it public. If I'm wrong, I will say I'm sorry, I'm wrong. That's part of the game. Okay? I will not resist to that. I mean, I'm a person as well. I just want to learn more. And so that's a process. But that's a common process. That's what when I say we should be a community, that's exactly what I mean with community. We should share our opinions. Just try a little bit. Go for it. Try with the charts. Tweet it. If you want, ask me. Hey, Inspo, what do you think about that? Some guys did that. Well done, guys. That's exactly where you at the end, in few months, you will be in the situation when a bullish mooner or bearish mooner doesn't matter. I mean, right now we are very in a bearish mode, but in some weeks or month, hopefully, we are flipped in a bullish mode, and then and I give you I trust me, it will happen. People will start to say that's a sarcastic rally. That's not true. We will dump to 15, and I will tell you no. That's it. It's over. We will flip now. We will go up now, and people will claim that. I don't care. I just adapt to what the market is giving me. So let me see what's happening there. So yeah, Sanket, I agree totally with you, but it's yeah. Well, I did everything. I said it. If this is MSO UTED could be as high as 41K, but it's not. It's not. It's LPSY. It's not. What you mean, the UTED is there. That was actually just before the retest. And that was actually where I said just days before we have to retest 40K. Do you remember, guys? How many times I did say that? We have to go back to a range between 40K and 41K. I said this all the time. We have even every other people and a lot of different, and I appreciate that. I really look forward to every trader that is actually in spending some time with Wyckoff or with charts analyzing, and we have really a lot of good traders there. But many of them, and I think Cointelegraph did that as well, it seems they just know the accumulation phase of Wyckoff and the distribution phase of Wyckoff. But actually, as I mentioned once, Wyckoff schematic, if you take the whole cycles together, that's like a sinus curve. Okay? So 360 degrees. That means 180 degrees is just the reaccumulation and distribution. And you have another 180 degrees that's just the distribution, the accumulation with the, redistribution with the accumulation. This reaccumulation or redistribution is a transition phase that's bringing us to the next big phase, to the accumulation or to the distribution. So for me, that's actually the redistribution. That's not the accumulation. We are on our way, maybe, and that's not clear if we are on our way to the accumulation or if we are on our way to a step lower phase of the redistribution. I'll show you actually the illustration how that looks like. And by the way, I show you, yeah, that's good. Or maybe this one. Is this better? Yeah, that's better. So when I say and talk about sinus curve, that's a sinus curve, okay? And we have the accumulation, we have the reaccumulation here, right there, okay? That should be the suckers rally. So many persons will start to say that's a suckers rally, but it isn't. That's going to be the real one, but before we will have a dump to the new bottom. And the new bottom actually could be something like 19,000. So every people would say, okay, this market is going to crash, and we will have a lot of different bad news in the media, I guess. So nobody will be convinced that we are going to initiate a big and huge rally then. We will start a reaccumulation, and after the reaccumulation, many persons will start to think, maybe I should buy the dip. I mean, it's still a dip. It's not the dip that we could get here in the accumulation, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Well, the only thing here that should be in Wyckoff's, actually in Wyckoff's language, that would be the distribution, the redistribution, and the accumulation. We see that right here, maybe better. Accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution, redistribution. Okay, and how does the redistribution look like? Yeah, well, okay. So, in my opinion, we are now here. U-turn test, Elon Musk. You remember breaking heart? Okay. So I was telling, maybe I can use both illustrations with the chart. Just can I do that? Let me see. Okay, now it should be better. So this here should be that here. Okay, so we came from the distribution, and the distribution ends with the phase E. That ends here. And then it goes up. That's where we start with the BC of the redistribution. And then, I mean, that's not accurate. But if you take a look, for example, to the volume profile, that's here, okay, you can see what's happening there. Even that is not accurate. You have to see some trends. You have to see what's happening. We did a decreased a volume profile, then it increased again, and that's actually what happened here. It decreased and then increased again. We had some some dumps here before, and that's actually what happened here as well. So before Elon Musk came with his now very popular breaking heart tweet, we were on our way to U-turn, and that's what happened here. We didn't reach the 40K, but that happened to the distribution as well. We didn't retest it, actually the resistance like it should be. But that's something, it doesn't matter, also based on Wyckoff, because the trading volume is much more important. And that happened here again. So we had here an increasing volume. That's what happened here as well. And we started to dump. That was the LPSY here. We did a little break, also predicted by me. I said we will have here a little sideways run. It was then a little bit longer because then, I don't know, half Latin America decided just to accept Bitcoin as a permanent official payment method. I agree and I like that before all these countries need an alternative to the US dollar. Okay? So I think the US dollar could be a risk for this country. So I think that's fine for me. And I like that they accept Bitcoin. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not the big enemy of Bitcoin. I will buy Bitcoin. Even if I'm not holding Bitcoin, but I will. I like Bitcoin. Okay, that's the father of the whole crypto industry and crypto market that we have, and all the philosophy behind Bitcoin is awesome. Okay, it's very useful and helpful for the society, but nevertheless, it's an asset. You can buy it, you can sell it. That's part of the game. So, in my opinion, we retested here. Elon Musk came with this tweet. We started to dump. We did this break as predicted. We keep dumping afterwards. And now we are here. And that's where we are struggling. And now we have our resistance right there. And yeah, that's where I say that's absolutely fine for me. Because that's what happened all the time. If we take here, for example, now just a trend line, we will see it will start to walk below the line with a decreasing volume. That's always the same pattern. That's always the same pattern before it starts to dump. So that's why I really don't care that Bitcoin now is reaching again his 32.7. I really don't care. Yeah. So what is coming next? We have to see. I mean, worst case for me could be we are coming here. What is happening right now? It's the PS. Okay? It's going up again. It will dump again. to have the sell climax, so for the strong hands, so it should be then something like at 30K then, and then we will start to create the second part of this pattern, of this schematic. That's still the whole redistribution. That can happen several times in a bear market, or actually in the transition to a bear market. We are not in the bear market yet. Okay? All indicators are not showing that we are in a bear market. We are controlling very well that we are not flipping to a bear market. That's very interesting. But I mean, that's not a coincidence. So we have to see what will happen here. Nevertheless, the 30K will come. And then we have to see if it's dumping even more. That could be a sign that we are shifting to the accumulation phase. If we are maintaining a level at 30K, that could give us a sign we are going over to the second part of the redistribution phase. Okay? Because no one can tell us right now if we are going straight to the accumulation or just going just to a lower level just to form the second part of the redistribution phase. I cannot say that. I cannot make any prediction because it depends. Even Wyckoff is saying that in his book. It's really hard to predict this kind because you can have short phases and and distribution. You can have very long phases in the redistribution phase. So it depends what the market will do. At the moment, it could happen that we go and dump straight lower to the 20s. I mean, this month could be very helpful for that because, as you know, we will have every Friday now future liquidation and option liquidation. And we are talking here about billions, not millions. So we need to see. Okay, but yeah, I mean, maybe this year is happening, and actually, I just use here the 2017 high as the last support, and that's at 19.5, and that could be the last dump before we go up and start the new rally. But we have to observe the market. We have to detect some signals, and yeah, maybe to adapt our strategy to them. But at the moment, I don't care with my short contract. I'm not going to close that. I will keep it alive because I know maybe it takes 1 day or 2 days now. Maybe it's going to make exactly the same, just 2 days, just a sideways run before we start to dump even more. So let me see. So Red Viper, actually, welcome mate. Yeah, not 41K. We passed that 41K as, in my opinion, we just did the retest and we are on our way to go down now. Jam, would you be closing your short at 29K? I'm closing my shorts every 1,000. It depends. When I feel comfortable, that's when people ask me, should I close my short or should I buy now a dip? It depends on you. If you feel comfortable, I feel comfortable. For example, if I'm closing my shorts when I did something like 100% or something. Okay, when I think okay it's enough, I start the game again with my strategy to minimize the risk, as I showed several times. Unfortunately, after the update, I cannot show you that anymore. So, but that's the thing. So I would take a look here. Now we have here a support. That's right. We have another one here. It's possible that we go up here again. That's the 32.8. So I will create a buy limit here. I would create one here again, one here again, and one here again. And then see. And then I will start to invest 20%. And every time when it's crossing this supports, it will get just much more money, much funds. So every step maybe 15 to 20%. Just be patient first, and second, be careful, because every time when you are just including more money, your liquidity price will drop a little bit. So at the moment, my liquidation price is somewhere at $33,776. So if somebody is going to pump it strong to, I don't know, 34K, they will liquidate me. That's for sure. But that's not going to happen. Not in my opinion. As you know, that's just my opinion. But I'm absolutely convinced about that. So, would I close my short at 29K? The question is, how strong will be the dumps before? If I'm not noticing that the volume is decreasing even when we are dumping, and if I'm noticing, for example, also that, well, and now they are pumping. Come on, don't do that. So that's something where I would say, yeah, well, I don't know. 29. Yeah, why not? Close 29, take a look, wait maybe 1 or 2 days, what's happening there. If I see we still have and getting some signs that showing me that we are going to dump even more, then I think I will start a new short contract. That's what I'm doing. I never keeping my short contract open for weeks, for example. Just usually for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it depends. That's what I'm doing. So yeah. And that's what I said here. That's really a huge one. If I take here the trading volume right now, that's peanuts. That's really peanuts. I mean, let me see. Come on. Where is my here. We still have 1 hour. 1 hour, that means that's going to be less than the candle before. We had in the candle before, we had 84K. So it's going to be 75, 70 actually. So in my opinion, it's not going to cross that here. Not with that volume. They need much more volume. But at the same time, it's showing you nobody is selling anymore. They are not selling. It's just buy pressure right now. Okay? Of course we have some resistance. That's clear. Some sell resistance. But that's not the same. I mean, that's not a huge thing, right? I think they just want to let go up the RSI something to the middle, like here, before they started to dump, you know? Because that makes sense for them. So we need to see. As I said, this range could be possible tonight, but I don't think that's going to cross this range anymore. For me, it will It would not make any sense. Okay, for Wyckoff, this range is still possible, but after that, we should really, yeah, go down. Yeah, so let me see exactly. So that's what should happen. Let me see what. Jorge, can you make a zoom and explain this little bounce, please? Which one? This one? The new one, or which one? I mean, you have here clearly what happened. We created here now a new support. But maybe you can, yeah, just tell me more what. Hi, bro. Hi, Nicholas. What you mean? Please make a zoom to the last part. Can you explain the bounce to the last part? Do you mean here? Maybe you can just give me a little bit more information what exactly you mean. Okay, you're welcome, Jam. Thank you very much. Okay, Jorge, I'm not sure what exactly you mean with the last part. If you mean that here, or if you mean that here, I really don't get it. But as soon as you can send me the information, I can maybe explain much more about that. So, yeah, let us see. Um, let us take a look to some other informations right now. Okay, the wallet supply is right now not really accurate. So take a look here and to see we have 4,000 BTC there. It doesn't mean a lot. 4,500, 4,600. I would say that many of them are just bitcoins that they got right now with the pump, and they are just waiting to be transferred to the personal wallet, like we have here. Okay. Um, Here, for example, we have this 1073.4 that looks strange. It's an account that has this 1070. That could be a sign that he is using this 1000 Bitcoin just to dump it. It's possible, but everything else looks very good. And then you have plus 2600. They didn't appear. I don't know. I really don't get what's happening. It's really strange because in the last weeks all these platforms worked really accurate, and in the last days they are making some problems. I don't know if that's really a coincidence, but well, yeah. Then we can see here what happened. We had a downtrend here, a sideways run, and then we start to dump, and that's the open interest. And the rule is, if you have a downtrend but you have an uptrend to at the open interest, they start to liquidate. okay? Because they are losing money. They start to liquidate. And that's what happened here. I mean, from here to here, we had an uptrend on both. Here, we started to liquidate some, and here, we liquidated a lot. And that's what happened here. Actually, the open interest was positive, but we started to dump really strong, and that's what created the almost 1 billion US dollars in future liquidation. Oh no, take a look here. What happened here? Now, and you remember maybe, just a few days ago, I told that I was really happy about that people starts to spend less money and derivatives. We had something, it was almost 40 billion or 40 million. I'm not sure if that's, no, that, yeah, that's billion. 73,000 millions, it's billion. So 73 billion US dollars in 24 hours in derivatives. That means options and futures compared to almost 38 billion US dollars in Bitcoin spot trading. That's not good. That's absolutely not good. And that's also not good to see that the open interest at Bitcoin, Binance futures at the moment is positive. I mean, right now we have an uptrend. We are pumping up. But if that flips, we are starting to liquidate some longs again. So let us see. We have some future liquidations next Friday. Well, that's not going to be a huge one, but and by the way, I just found this part of Bybit. I don't know how I should spell it, and that's really interesting. You have here perpetual and you have here futures, and you have here the expiring date. So, okay, I cannot. If I take a look here, we have June 25th. We have here open interest 500 million. Almost shorts. Well, almost shorts. Yeah, 350 million shorts and 340 million longs. But that's just the volume, unfortunately. Okay, but nevertheless, June 25th, here again, Huobi, 276 million. I mean, end of June, it's going to be a little hell. Here again, 100 million. Here again, 60 million, 30 million. And I think not everything is appearing here. Yeah, so that's about the market situation right now. I'm just checking if I'm missing something. Well, yeah, we had it seems we had some internet problems. I didn't had any impact of that. I don't know if one of you had some impact, but that's something I mentioned that several days ago in the streaming that you all should start to think about um, the yeah, just to buy a hardware wallet and to save your assets there. It's better. I'm sorry, but it seems something is going wrong with YouTube right now. I don't know if they blocked me maybe because it's not doing anything anymore. Okay. Can someone of you hear me? and see what I'm showing here? I think that's the Amazon impact that I was missing. Yeah. Oh crap. It's not working anymore. YouTube, it looks very down right now. You can hear me, but you cannot see anything, right? Let me check on my main PC, YouTube. That works here. I'm live. That's good. Okay, and then it seems that's my notebook. Okay, sorry guys. Because I don't see your chat messages. Well, nevertheless, Amazon AWS had some problems. As I mentioned, Donald Trump, nobody should care about that. Amazon looks to hire blockchain staffers with experience of DeFi. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool because DeFi, it's the future, as I mentioned different times. Ripple proposes adding federated sidechains. That's something I was wondering because um, my understanding was that Flare is going to provide the technical framework to let use or have migrate some smart contracts on X on XRP, so Ripple, Bitcoin, and I'm wondering when Mr. Schwartz is now saying that they are thinking on developing that. That sounds like a little bit the situation between Matic and Ethereum at the moment. Um, yeah, so, well, and the other thing is that it seems that we are shifting to something like a tech war between, I mean, war, that sounds so dramatic, but it is actually a war between Russia, China, and the Western world related to software and hardware. But that's not new. I mean, experts were just, yeah, saying that and predicting that since, I don't know, a decade now, that's going to happen. And so it's happening. Not from, it didn't start yesterday, but for us now in the crypto market, I really, at the moment, I don't know what impact that could have to some of our coins. A regulation by the US government can and will have an impact, but even there, regulation is not just regulation. It depends if you are trying to make a regulation with the market together, okay, or it's going to be a one-way um, um, walk. If that's going to be a one-way walk, well, then it could be a challenge for us in the next month and years. So we have to see. We really have to see what's happening then. Yeah, that's it for the moment. I mean, I predicted. I said that I'm going to analyze some coins, but because of Bitcoin and the market situation, I really didn't have the time for that, and was taking a look all the time what's happening here. And so yeah, I will make this because I need to make my homework. I need a strong portfolio with strong projects in my portfolio that would survive even than um, actually the any regulation issues that we will get. Nobody knows exactly what the government has in mind. So we need to see. And well, Anonymous, someone I don't know exactly. A good follower sent me a video of Anonymous showing me that Anonymous was actually talking about manipulation in the crypto market and just well also talking about a special exchange. He asked me if I what I think about that. I mean, I like Anonymous, I like everyone, but I don't care. Okay, manipulation is part of the game, unfortunately. Not since yesterday. So that's why Wyckoff just did his schematics, because he knew that that's a common language that many other people don't speak, and those they speak this language use this language to get the money from other people, and that's at the end that's the consequence. So what we are doing here is just to get this rule, to get to understand the language and to play the same rules to make as well the big gain like these guys did. I remember just few days ago when everybody was talking and hating and shitstorming Elon Musk and shitstorming actually um, China. But if we take a look, and that was on Twitter, I just tweeted it. Takes so long. Why? Oh, Carl. What is Carl saying? Was that the bottom for the bit for this Bitcoin dump? Mate, you are the expert. You should say that. No, of course not. But he will say yes, it was. Now 150K to the moon. Here, US investors collectively made over 4 billion in realized Bitcoin gains in 2020, more than 3 times the next highest country, China, according to a report. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because I guess the same US investors are doing much more money right now in the 2021 with the distribution phase and selling high and rebuying on a lower level. So always maintain calm, relax, and really don't let you guide by such informations like China is banning something. Well, of course, if China is banning Bitcoin, that could initiate and trigger a chain reaction in China and with Bitcoin holders like it did. But it it's not China alone. It's not Elon Musk alone. It's not, it's much more. And you have to understand that. And we will. And we will. So that's from me. If you have any questions, guys, go for it. Otherwise, I will start to keep analyzing some data. And I don't know what's going on with my notebook. Strange. Okay, disconnect. And try to connect again. Ah, okay. VPN. Okay, right. So, yeah, guys. And be careful. I mean, as I said, futures, you have to be really careful. It's a risky product. Just try to have a big range, to have a high liquidation price so that nobody can liquidate you soon and easy. That's really the most important thing. Now it's working. Yeah, great. So, oh, I see. I had I had on Twitch some comments as well. Uh, Osna, hi, first time dropping by the stream. Thanks a lot for all the insight on your Twitter. Got your notification. Thank you very much. Let's go, Gandalf. I know very very well who that is. Hi, mate. Wayana, he's ridiculous. I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't think that you mean myself, but maybe Donald Trump, I guess. But and Sifu, hi, mate. I'm sorry. I didn't get the messages. Um, yeah. So if you don't have any question anymore, um, Thursday, that's in 2 days, we will stream again, and hopefully, Bitcoin will start just to chill a little bit. Maybe really just a sideway run, so I can spend some time with the most important thing in the crypto market, analyze good coin opportunities and talk about what could be the future of these coins. Not to shill, that's a big difference. I'm not going to shill any coin except Coti and no, I'm just joking now. No, really, I'm not going to shill. I'm going to analyze them. I have a lot of stuff in my brain related to the transformation of our economy in the next 10 years. Um, Also, and that's now another point that we have to have in mind is, are these coins prepared to survive a regulation, a strong regulation like the um, conservatives in the US want? Okay, the Republicans behind Donald Trump. I was just little wondering about Donald Trump because I remember that when he was still president at the end of his time, some people asked him about crypto, and he wasn't really talking bad about crypto. I'm just wondering what's going on with Donald Trump right now, but we shouldn't care about. Really not. Crypto is here to survive. Bitcoin survived a lot of shit, and Bitcoin will survive. Okay? We just that's just a gift. We are getting the opportunity to buy a lot of dips and then to initiate a big and huge rally because we have institutional investors just waiting, 400 billion on the table. Germany, France was before, Germany is coming now, and more European countries will follow. Like the same what's happening with Bitcoin in Latin America. I mean, that's not the end. Brazil could be a big step for Bitcoin. Argentina, a big. Colombia, nice. Chile, perfect. Okay, so Bitcoin is not going to disappear. The whole crypto market is not going to disappear. But also in the crypto market, we have a lot of crap right there, and many people are spending their money there. And yes, this kind of coins will disappear for sure, because when they start to create the frameworks for their regulations, you will see that many of these coins don't have the basic to meet the expectations or the regulations required. Okay, so when I see we have some coins right there, they are sending providing information like you buy our coin and you will get a percent of our revenue. That's a security. In the stock market. That's not crypto anymore. Okay, we have some coins right there in the 1,000 crypto projects, and so I think a regulation it's going to be a challenge, but hopefully, and I think we will make this because crypto is the new world. It's something. It will be huge, and every country will be and want to have a sit in the first line, not in the last one. That's because China is investing a lot of money right now, and not just since now, but in blockchain technology, for example. So it's absolutely clear that we are here to stay here. Nobody will disappear just and accept these projects that are not strong enough. We have to detect the strong projects, buy these coins, create a strong portfolio, and then, guys, the next month, maybe years, just relax. Really, just relax. You will see how your portfolio will explode, like it did in my portfolio last year, for example. Making 1000%, 400% in a bag, 500% another bag, and you will see how it's working for a loan. And yeah, that's going to happen. It's not a vision. That's going to happen for sure. Trust me. Well, I would say it's enough. 1 hour and 40 minutes, almost the two. And I would say if you have some questions, as usual, drop me a line, send me a comment. Um, if you need some support related to, yeah, I don't know, you are trying to analyze a chart and you have some questions, drop me a line. If you want, if you have a good coin where you think that's a strong project, send it to me. I will put it on the list. I will analyze their coin, and then in my stream next time, and that's actually what's going to be in the agenda, 1 hour market, so Bitcoin market, or in general the market of altcoins in general, Ethereum and all alts. And then I will spend 1 hour just with the analyzing and showing you and presenting some strong coins with some price predictions, short term, mid term, and long term. Explaining you why we have and need to have different columns in your portfolio with different bags to minimize the risk as well, and so on and so forth. It will take a little bit of time, of course. My work can just be that good if you provide some information. So together we can do that. And so for today, I would say thank you for watching. And I really, guys, I appreciate every one of you. It's so amazing to make all this together. You know, I'm not only doing that for you. I'm doing that for my wallet as well. So I'm just sharing all this information with you. But it's the feedback that I'm getting. It's so really incredible, nice, and awesome. So thank you very much. And I look forward to see you again next Thursday. I would like to make a Clubhouse session once with you guys. So maybe just to invite some of you to have some discussions where you can make some questions directly that we can actually just clear together, but also invite some other people. I have, for example, DataFox. Many of you should know DataFox. That's an incredible, nice guy from the US. Very smart one. We have Simon, a very nice trader as well. I would say the KuCoin expert. We have the Gecko army. We have really some interesting guys out there. I don't have the name right now. Another really smart chart analyst, where I would like to invite them and to start to talk a little bit more deeper about what is the future of crypto, what could be crypto's position in just few years, and why you should celebrate every day having be part of this crypto market. We are pioneers, guys. Still pioneers. The mass didn't know about us. Not a lot of the people outside. They heard about Bitcoin, they heard about crypto, but they don't have any idea how it works and what an amazing development this market is going to do in the next years. So take care, don't let you guide by fear. Have a plan, stick to it, and never regret it. Jeremy, no worries, mate. Replay, exactly. So, it was an amazing stream again. Häkkinen, don't worry. Also, we have the replay mode. So just enjoy. Drink a wine or just a water, whatever. Chill and, hopefully I can provide some insights and information that is useful for you guys. So thank you very much. Take care, and we see us next Thursday. Bye bye.